Raise your hand if you drank water today. Raise your hand if you took a shower yesterday or today. All these things use water. Okay, in New York City, there are almost 9 million people. It's a lot of people. Everybody is using water the same way you are. 5 gallons per flush, it's a lot of water when you multiply that by 9 million. Showers, also a lot of water. We need a lot of water in New York City, but check it out. The Ridgewood Reservoir is kind of itty bitty when you compare it to the rest of New York City. So we need to get our water from bigger reservoirs, and here they are. This one reservoir, called the Papacton Reservoir, this one reservoir, check it out, it's as big as Manhattan, that one reservoir. Manhattan is 12 miles long, 12 miles. One reservoir, 12 miles long. It's also 100 feet deep. This reservoir was only 20 feet deep. There's 150 billion gallons of water in this one. By comparison, all 9 million people in New York use 1 billion in a day. So for almost a half a year, we have enough water coming from this one reservoir. And how does the water get from here down to New York City? These pipes get a special name, aqueduct. All right, what's the Spanish word for water? Agua, same thing. Okay, the aqueducts, these are the aqueducts. Now, one fun fact, this tunnel from here down, if I follow it all the way to this reservoir there, is 80 miles long. It's the longest tunnel in the world, even today, built in 1955. I'm gonna fast forward you guys through life. You're done now with college. You were all engineering majors. You studied engineering. You now work for the New York City Water Department, which is called the Department of Environmental Protection. You guys are now gonna build your own aqueduct, and check it out. Here's how it's gonna go. Each team of engineers, and this is a big system, so you need to work in teams. Each team will get 2 reservoirs. Your goal is to build an aqueduct to get the water from the Catskills. This area is called the Catskill Mountains. From the mountains, where these big reservoirs are, down to New York City. Each team gets 4 tubes to build your aqueduct. I'm just gonna show you how to build with 2 of them, and then you're gonna figure the rest out on your own. These connectors are called push connects, for the simple fact that in order to use them, you have to push the tube into the connector. And I'll do it again. Watch close, because otherwise you're gonna have leaks and your team will lose, because the winning team is the team that delivers the most water from their upstate reservoir to the Ridgewood Reservoir here in New York City, so that we have water to drink. Last little piece of equipment is a funnel to help you pour. Okay, you pour the water in, the water goes through the aqueduct. Once you build your aqueduct with all 4 tubes, we will come and give you water. Okay, so we will give you water once your aqueduct is ready. You test it out, make sure there's no leaks, and we will see which team builds the best aqueduct. Tell me 1 or 2 things that worked well when you were building your aqueduct, or 1 or 2 things that didn't work well. So there are some important lessons to take from that. First of all, in a 100-mile aqueduct, there are going to be leaks, especially, as I said, you can drive the subway through this tunnel. It's that big. So there are going to be leaks. So it's up to engineers like you and 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 you to fix these leaks. This is an important job. And in fact, we have a lot of leaks that need to get fixed by our water department. At the same time, a 100-mile aqueduct has to be built in sections because it is so long. And that is what we did exactly. You guys started out in small teams and your teams got bigger and bigger as the aqueduct got bigger and bigger. Okay, next question. What drove the water through the aqueduct? Gravity indeed. The water flowed from up on the mountains down to the city. The city, you'll notice, is close to the Atlantic Ocean. It's close to sea level. Sea level is 0 feet elevation. There are mountains here. In the Catskills is up at 1,000 feet elevation. The water flows down to New York. Would you put that in New York City, that end, right by the Ridgewood Reservoir? Thank you. Flows down by gravity. And you guys demonstrated that exactly. You'll notice that down at the Ridgewood Reservoir, we're surrounded by park, and you can see the park. It surrounds the reservoir. If you look at this giant reservoir, and this giant reservoir, and all of them, the reason for building or putting a large park around a reservoir is because nature keeps our water clean. Guess what? The water that's coming from these reservoirs does not get filtered. That water is clean because nature cleans it. And that is why, my friends, we have to take care of nature. Nature takes care of us, gives us clean water. We have to take care of nature.